The movie begins by showing a guy named Hansen. He's out on a date with a lady at a fancy restaurant. But things go wrong. They start arguing and even saying mean things to each other. This causes a big fuss, and everyone in the restaurant starts paying attention to them. Hansen feels super embarrassed and doesn't want to stick around anymore. He had met this woman through a dating app on the internet. Now, he decides he wants to find a rich lady to date. This is because Hansen has a lot of debts to pay off, and his job as a zookeeper doesn't make enough money. He's struggling to make ends meet. So, after that restaurant disaster, Hansen heads back to the zoo. He actually lives there too. On his way back, he gets a feeling like someone's following him. Turns out it's Baek-shanshu, who looks like a beautiful young woman, but is actually a rare Arctic silver fox demon. Hansen gets back to work at the zoo. He changes his clothes and starts cleaning the animal cages and feeding them. While he's cleaning the elephant area, he hears a weird noise, but when he checks, there's nothing strange there. The next day, Hansen was getting ready for another blind date, but then his dad video called him from a mental hospital, talking kinda crazy. His dad said something like the world depended on Hansen. The call got cut off because his dad got into a fight with another patient. Hansen felt worried and annoyed because the hospital staff treated his dad badly. They even said they might kick him out if he kept causing trouble. Finally, Hansen reached the date spot, a restaurant with a cat theme. Before long, Baek-shanshu showed up, sat down across from Hansen, and introduced herself. Here's the funny thing. Hansen's date was also named Bai, so he thought Baek-shanshu was his date. But then, Baek-shanshu did something weird. She drank water from the fish tank and spit it out. After that, she said she had been looking for Hansen for a while and was glad to find him there. Then, Baek-shanshu told Hansen something surprising, that she wasn't really a human, but a silver fox demon. But Hansen didn't really pay attention to her because he was busy trying to hide from 3 guys who had just walked into the restaurant. These guys noticed Hansen because Baek-shanshu was being noisy. They hurried over to him. Turns out they were debt collectors looking for Hansen. He owed their boss money for a movie project. Even though Hansen tried to run, he got caught hiding in the bathroom. While debt collectors took Hansen away, Baek-shanshu got a warning from her friend. She said to be careful because the Bureau of Transfiguration was watching. This bureau looks after demons who break the rules. Meanwhile, Hansen ended up in front of Jigang, a big boss who gave him money. Jigang threatened him, saying he had to pay back the money right away. Finally, Hansen got let go. He promised to pay his debts by dating a rich woman who could give him lots of money. When Hansen got to the warehouse near the elephant area where he lived, he was surprised to see Baek-shanshu. He thought she might be one of the debt collectors coming for him. But she told him she wasn't there for money stuff. She explained that she was actually a silver fox demon. She talked about their history together. When Hansen was a kid, he saved a little silver fox. He got hurt while saving it, and those scars stayed with him. Hansen wanted to know how she knew about this story. Baek-shanshu said she was that little silver fox he saved. She even tried to change into a silver fox to show him. But it didn't work, so she asked for alcohol to help her transform. After drinking, she turned into a pretty big silver fox demon. This really scared Hansen, and he tried to run away. But the silver fox demon accidentally tore his clothes. She stumbled and tried to catch up with Hansen as he ran into the street. Now let's check out what's happening somewhere else. Baek-shanshu is moving around secretly, using her stealthy form. Captain Hong, who's in charge of the human world part of the Bureau of Transfiguration, is watching her. He's got his team with him. They figure Baek-shanshu is doing some kind of transformation that's against the rules and might be dangerous for people. Captain Hong decides to handle the situation and goes to where Baek-shanshu caused trouble in a neighborhood. Captain Hong saves Hansen, who fell from a height, while trying to avoid Baek-shanshu. Then he tells his team to use mosquito-like robots to make people forget what they saw. Those people had seen Baek-shanshu as a demon, and Captain Hong wanted to erase their memories. But Baek-shanshu, who's back to looking like a human, stops one of the memory-erasing robots from getting Hansen. She tells Captain Hong she's going to marry Hansen. Captain Hong warns her that a demon marrying a human is a big problem and would bring trouble. But Baek-shanshu doesn't really care. Captain Hong's team helps Hansen, who got scratched by the silver fox demon earlier. And Captain Hong, even though Baek-shanshu is still a bit tipsy, helps her get home. So the next day, Hansen wakes up after being knocked out on the road. He realizes people are staring at him. He gets up and hurries away from there. Later on, Jigang and his buddies show up to collect the money Hansen owes. But Baek-shanshu arrives too. She's worried that Captain Hong erased Hansen's memory, so she asks if he remembers her. Turns out Hansen remembers her, which means his memory is still okay. Baek-Xianchu scares off Zhigang and his gang, and they all run away, even Hansen. Over at the Bureau of Transfiguration, Captain Hong tells his team to make people forget about Baek-Xianchu's transformation. He's also worried about his boss, Commissioner Yun, finding out about Baek-Xianchu's plan to marry a human. On the other hand, Baek-Xianchu manages to stop the memory-erasing robot that Captain Hong sent for Hansen. She tells Hansen she wants to marry him and have kids. This surprises Hansen a lot. Hansen told Baek-Xianchu why he saved her back then. He cared about the silver fox species and didn't want his dad, who worked at the zoo, to lose his job. So he got hurt saving the little silver fox. Hansen did this without expecting anything in return. He told Baek-Xianchu she didn't have to marry him to repay him. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Transfiguration has Commissioner Yun. He gets really mad when he hears Baek-Xianchu wants to marry a human. He tells Captain Hong to arrest her and take her to court before she makes that happen. To Commissioner Yun, Baek-Xianchu is a rare and valuable silver fox demon. One night, Baek-Xianchu catches Hansen on a date with two women. She's super mad and frustrated because he keeps dating others even when she's ready to marry him. But Hansen gets upset too. He thinks Baek-Xianchu is pushing her wishes without understanding his situation. He explains how he's got money problems and needs to pay for his dad's treatment in a mental hospital. In his anger, he says he'll marry a rich woman who can give him money and even have kids with her. Later on, as Hansen was going back home, Commissioner Yun showed up. He called himself a scientist. He asked Hansen to inject something into Baek-Xianchu's body. If Hansen did it, he'd get paid. Hansen then went to an amusement park. There he found Baek-Xianchu collecting trash to earn money for him. While they were arguing, Hansen got a message on his phone saying he got 20,000 yuan in his account. If Hansen did the injection, he'd get 80,000 more yuan. But when he had the chance, he got unsure and changed his mind. He shared his story with Baek-Xianchu about how he wanted to be a filmmaker, but things didn't work out. He used to have fans. He never thought a silver fox demon would be a fan too. While they were watching fireworks, Baek-Xianchu suddenly disappeared. So Baek-Xianchu went to a nightclub. She wanted to be a songwriter there because Hansen told her she could make money with her looks. A guy at the club offered her money to sing. Meanwhile, Hansen was trying to find Baek-Xianchu, who had disappeared. He eventually found her at the club, where a guy was trying to charm her. Hansen got her out of there. But right after they left, Commissioner Yun, who was looking for Baek-Xianchu, arrived at the club. On the way home, Hansen scolded Baek-Xianchu for going to the club and working as a guide for songs, but she was determined to earn money, even if it meant working at a club. Hansen showed her the serum that Commissioner Yun gave him. He threatened to inject it into her if she kept working at the club. Baek-Xianchu told Hansen that Commissioner Yun was actually a demon. She asked why he didn't inject the serum when he got money from Commissioner Yun. Baek-Xianchu hugged Hansen and offered her neck for the serum. But instead of injecting it, Hansen kissed her. They decided to live together. On a full moon night, Baek-Xianchu made cuts on their palms and put them together while chanting. This was a special ritual in the demon world that meant they were married now. They talked like a married couple when suddenly Commissioner Yun and his team from the Bureau of Transfiguration showed up. He wanted Baek-Xianchu to give up. Captain Hong, though, asked Commissioner Yun to let him handle her case. He actually wanted to help her escape. But Commissioner Yun took Hansen hostage. Then, some debt collectors arrived, mistaking them for making a movie. This distracted everyone, so Baek-Xianchu turned into her silver fox demon form and got Hansen out of there. Commissioner Yun didn't let Baek-Xianchu escape. He shot an arrow with serum, and it hit her as she tried to run away. In the forest, Baek-Xianchu was hurt from the arrow. She asked Hansen to call her friend, Bingbing, for help. Hansen carried his wife to find assistance. Soon, Bingbing arrived and took care of Baek-Xianchu's wound. Baek-Xianchu asked Bingbing to help deal with Commissioner Yun, but Bingbing said it was too risky and dangerous. Bingbing then took Baek-Xianchu and Hansen to a movie set. She gave them disguises to fool Commissioner Yun, who was chasing them. But Commissioner Yun already knew where they were, and a fight happened again. Commissioner Yun even kidnapped Hansen's dad to force Baek-Xianchu to give up. Baek-Xianchu saw Hansen's dad suffering and asked Hansen to inject the serum into her neck. After the serum went in, she groaned in pain and passed out. 3 months later, Hansen's money troubles were over, and he was living comfortably. When he visited his dad at the mental hospital, his dad asked him to find Baek Xianxu and bring her back. Back at the zoo where he lived, Hansen met Captain Hong. The captain was angry because Hansen had injected the serum into Baek Xianxu. He said she was now in a special center to get better from her mental disorder. She didn't even recognize herself anymore. Hansen asked Captain Hong to help him rescue his wife from there. Captain Hong helped Hansen get a disguise like Commissioner Yun's. They went to the center pretending Hansen was Commissioner Yun. No one stopped them. They found Baek Xianxu in a cell, chained up really strong. She looked different and kind of scary. Hansen tried telling her he was her husband, but she didn't seem to know anyone and tried to attack him. Hansen felt really bad seeing her like this after he used the serum on her. When Hansen showed Baek Xianxu the marriage sign on his hand and kissed her, she started remembering her real self and the memories with Hansen. Hansen, with Captain Hong's help, tried to get Baek Xianxu away. But then, Commissioner Yun showed up and blocked them. Hansen got frustrated and said the real Commissioner Yun was someone else. But then Commissioner Yun showed his wings to prove he was real. By accident, Yun's secret was out. But debt-collecting thugs suddenly appeared. They were in a rehab center for some reason. These thugs freed the other prisoners, causing chaos. Commissioner Yun attacked Hansen and Baek Xianxu while everyone was distracted. He flew away from the chaos. Captain Hong tried helping by attacking Commissioner Yun. The prisoners joined in, since they were actually captured demons. But Commissioner Yun survived. Just when he was about to hurt Baek Xianxu, Hansen got in the way and got hurt by Commissioner Yun's dagger. When Baek Xianxu saw her husband hurt, she got really mad and threw Commissioner Yun down, making him powerless. The next day, Demon World News said Commissioner Yun got arrested and sent to a rehab center for demons with mental issues. Captain Hong becomes the new leader of the Bureau of Transfiguration. He says humans and demons can be pals and even have relationships like Baek Xianxu and Hansen. The movie ends showing Baek Xianxu and Hansen waiting for their baby, who they're planning to name Destiny. So the moral of the story is don't judge a date by its name. True love is more precious than chasing riches or status. And remember, even in the wildest of stories, unexpected twists can lead to the sweetest surprises.